that in 2009, and they chose not to.
I asked for it to be, I voted to do it.
Elizabeth, I would just say that most of the emails I have had have been about price, and therefore, if we can find a way to reduce the cost by a substantial amount, I suspect, irrespective of the kitchen waste, they would probably go for a reduced price. Now, that's just my opinion, but I've had a lot of emails on this, and most of them are really concerned, both about the level of service and about the price. I mean, we have people who don't have the cans picked up at the right time, and all kinds of problems with ecology. But I would say, based on my survey, which I didn't particularly want, of people sending me emails, it's all about why are we paying so much.
Well, Mr. Mayor, there's actually a couple people in the audience, at least one that I think could also chat with us a little bit about the price. I don't know if it would be appropriate for them to come chat.
Well, if all the council members are finished, then we'll turn it over to the public. Do we have public comments?
Jim, I have 3 questions because I'm ignorant about this one. Was this a contract that we bid on, that is San Mateo County bid on? It was a contract for bid. To the presenter, if I may, then I have 2 questions. How long has Recology been in business of collecting garbage?
That I don't know. We have a representative from Recology that probably can tell us that exactly.
But Louis, they used to be called NorCal. They've changed the name.
Okay, well, but you've had years of experience in collection of garbage and costs and so forth?
Over 100 years.
Over 100 years.
Mike's not part of the,
So
Mike's part of the city staff. He's part of the city staff, he's helping out. He's not part of Recology. There's 2 other Recology people here in the front row.
Okay. But I'm assuming that all the information that you presented up here, of the variances and so forth, you had all this information before the contract, you bid the contract?
This information was a result of the request for proposal. And so the information we reviewed was information we received, most of it from the South Bay Waste Management Authority. But again, it was based on submittals they received as part of the proposal process that led to the selection of Ecology as the solid waste provider.
Thank you. Are there any other comments?
My name is Don.
Would you come up to the microphone,
Sure.
please?
Good evening. My name is Don Arad, and I live at 120 Encinal. In just hearing some of the comments tonight, I've got like just a couple of questions and a couple of comments. Number one, I heard from the presentation that in Atherton, that with these new automated trucks, that they're only picking up 158 homes a day.
No, 400.
Oh, I thought I heard 150. Okay. Number 2 is I heard that we don't have commercial in this town. We didn't have commercial before. Number 3.
Actually, they do, because he said 15% of it is commercial. They had that statistic.
Those are schools, and they're classified as commercial.
Okay, well, nothing's changed there.
No, nothing's changed.
Okay, and then Councilman Carlson, you mentioned that everything is the same from year 2010 to 11?
Except the pickups.
Right. So I see where you're going there, but I think what's different is that we're doing the work now. We're bringing the cans out to the street, where they used to come and pick them up in the backyard. Those are my only 3 comments.
And I would like to encourage the council to consider a rate increase on the green cans. I think charging $1 per extra green can is really way too small. You know, I see lots of houses with 10 green bins out there, and I'm sure that that's increasing the cost, and the rest of us are pretty much subsidizing it. So, thank you.
Waldron, 71 Heather. I have to answer to Councilwoman Lewis's plea to say that I am very happy with the service that we have now. I love that the recycling comes every week. And frankly, if you're going to defer something and have it come every 2 weeks, I would like garbage to come every 2 weeks, because my family of 5, 3 adults and 2 children, are barely filling our 20-gallon can. I love the recycling. I'm very happy that I don't have to put 5 or 6 green bins out, that I only have to put 2 or 3 out now that it's weekly. Hauling all those cans around is a pain in the butt. I don't have backyard service, and I'm happy to do that. My children are very enterprising and would also love to help pick up cans that are left around, you know, after pickups, if you would like to have nice clean streets. The one thing I would say I'm very disappointed in with Recology was that we got all these brand new bins, and one of my bins disappeared after one of the first pickups, and I called up to say, oh, my bin has disappeared, and they didn't pick up my old bins. It's kind of a problem, but they said, oh, keep using your old bin. Well, why did I have to buy a new bin? You know, I really regret that all that cost for all this new equipment. It wasn't necessary, but I could have happily slapped a sticker on my old, BFI can that said Recology or something if it was an issue of brand. Anyway, those are my comments.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, Council. Thank you very much, Carrie Least. And one, I wanted to just thank you guys for, one, getting to the bottom line. It's important to, one, have a clear outlook on what our rates are going to be, and I do appreciate the council looking in detail. One of the things that I personally would suggest is, Councilman Carlson said, keeping focus on a town that is comparable to this town, as far as like Hillsborough, for example, so that we can have a reasonable pair look as far as comparable lots. I would say that their town is actually more difficult to actually pick up trash. The second thing I wanted to mention was, I know that Councilman Keaton mentioned what is often referred to as the raccoon lunch pail. The reason why I think that that's in play is to reduce the overall treatment costs related to the waste going down the drain line, so that there is a reason for it. I don't think a lot of people actually know what it is, and I've actually sat on the sewer treatment board, so I'm sure that Duncan could probably concur that that's the reason why that little pail is there. It's to educate people to not put things down the drain and actually reduce the overall treatment cost, which would reduce the city's treatment cost down the road. So, but I do want to thank everybody for all your efforts. Thank you.
Do we have any others? John?
John Ruggiero, Stockbridge Avenue. I've been dealing with garbage companies since 1958 in San Francisco, and I moved here. Every week or whenever the pickup was. I've never seen a garbage company that allowed the cans to stop the pickup. The bottom line is, I put my can out the other day. 40 hours later, they picked it up. I thought, well, it's my own individual situation. They missed me. No, my whole street they missed. 40 hours. Now we have 2,500 roughly residences. We each have 4 cans now. That's 5,000. And it's a joke to put them out every week. That big blue thing, bigger than this, mine, and I have a lot of newspapers, a lot of cans, bottles, so on, barely gets a third full. But I put it out. They don't demand you to put it out, but you don't have to. You look up the street, it looks like a war zone. And of course, there's the people that for years have never brought their cans in or let it lay 5 or 6 days before they bring them in. But the proliferation of all these cans are just ruining Atherton. I see more people complaining about that than the price or anything. It goes on and on, and these Robin's Egg blue things that we have are just terrible looking. I mean, can't we have them all at least a uniform color or something? We can all read, but we have this child's color item for each item. But I think that this weekly pickup is not conducive to helping us.
Are there other members of the public who wish to talk on this subject? Well, seeing none, I'll bring it back.